Hello and welcome to the next Vivelco tutorial. My name is Andreas, co-founder of Vivelco, and today we will talk about goals and goal definitions. You might have experienced this before. It's New Year's Day and you decided to do more sports. You start with yoga, running or lifting some weights. After a few months, other things come into your focus. The exercise sessions become less and less and finally fall back to the level of last year. Only your neighbor still goes running every morning and you wonder how he's doing it. You talk to him and he says he wants to climb the Matterhorn, a Swiss mountain, this summer with 5 of his friends, and that is what he trains for every day. The right definition of goals helps us to achieve what we want. In general, goals allows us to focus our resources on a chosen topic and on a result to be successful. By resources, I mean, for example, time, money, focus, etc. Generally, things that are needed to achieve a goal. It is about using resources efficiently and effectively. Wait a moment, efficient and effective? Isn't that the same thing? No, efficiency means that we achieve our goal with as less use of resources as possible. And effective means that the goal is actually achieved in the way we thought it would be. Both are important aspects that you should already consider when defining goals. Therefore, I will show you a detailed example with a simple analogy. Let's say you want to hit the center of a target, and let's assume the path of the arrow represents the effort. Then the blue arrow is neither effective because it missed the center, nor efficient because the path it travels is very long. The green arrow is effective because it hits the center of the target. Unfortunately, it took a lot of effort to do so, and therefore the shot was not efficient. The red arrow hits the center, and the path is straight, so it is effective and efficient. And the yellow arrow unfortunately again does not hit the center, and it is therefore not effective. But the effort was as small as possible, and it is therefore efficient. A meaningful definition of goals can help you to ensure that your goals are achieved with the least amount of effort possible and therefore are implemented effectively and efficiently. For such a reasonable definition of goals, it is important that all essential aspects are considered. In example, it should not only describe the state that you want to achieve, but also essential boundary conditions, such as the time frame or the ability to realize the goal. The acronym SMART helps us here. S stands for specific and means that the state to be achieved is described in as much details as possible. M stands for measurable. It must be possible to check whether a goal has been achieved or not. For example, I want to exercise more is difficult to measure because what exactly means more? On the other hand, I want to do 1 hour of sports every day is measurable. For A, you could find many definitions. The one that works best in my projects is a question of whether the goal can be actively influenced. Interestingly, there are goals that cannot be actively influenced by one person, but can be done by another. For example, in a company, if the trainee is given a goal to increase sales by 10%, then it is very unlikely that he can actively influence that. For the head of sales department, however, this goal can certainly be actively influenced. R stands for realistic. I often get the question whether actively influenceable and realistic are not rather similar. Here is an example why it is different. To finish a marathon, which will take place in, let's say, 12 months, is for many people actively influenceable and also realistic through regular sports. To do the whole thing in 2 weeks is still actively influenceable, but not realistic for many. T stands for time. If I want to measure whether a goal has been reached or not, then a point in time is needed when I measure. And as just explained, goals can become unrealistic depending on the time frame. So goals needs a time frame, a beginning and an end. Now you know what SMART goals are. Just try it out. Take one of your current goals and apply SMART to it. By the way, if you organize a meeting, it should also have a goal, and this should also be SMART. That way you can get much more out of your meetings too. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, click like. And if you want to learn more about project management and Vivalco, follow us here on YouTube, on Twitter or on LinkedIn. See you soon!